welcome from my side. I'm Jonas, chairman of the Digital Euro Association, and with me today is Anne-Sophie, the vice chairwoman of the Digital Euro Association. We are very, very happy to welcome you to today's Digital Euro conference. It's actually our fourth conference, and it's so great to see a lot of familiar faces, but also new faces here at the Frankfurt School today. So we are very pleased to host this event, to bring a lot of different stakeholder groups together, be it a lot of central banks, tech provider, payment service provider, startups, experts from academia, etc., from actually all over the place. So today we are again having participants of more than 50 countries, more than 300 people that join us here on site, and even a couple of hundreds who join online. So yeah, I'm very hopeful that this will be a very fruitful, interesting discussion day for all of you, and that after the day you think, okay, it was really, really worth and really time spent well here with us in Frankfurt. So today we have 70 speakers, 30 sessions. We do have different rooms, so you might have seen this on the agenda already. This is obviously the main stage. There is also the innovation stage, innovation room, and a roundtable room, which is just across the corner, also in the first floor. If you want to join later some other sessions, we do have also first time this year a conference app. So we kind of bombarded you with a lot of emails about that, and I've seen even more than 50% are already using it. So this is your tool basically to ask questions, to rate sessions which you liked or which you disliked, so that we know for next year. So that's your tool also to connect with people, to schedule meetings. So you can do that. And if you are now just asking how we do that, either check one of the mails, or on the back of your tag you also see a code. So if you scan this, you can also set up the app. So just about this for logistics, of course, for this event, we know this, it needs great speakers, and we are very thankful for the speakers. It needs organizers, are very thankful for everyone from our team to put together this event. It's often a lot of manpower and also time, energy that is put into the event, but of course it also needs sponsors for that. And you just see some of them on the slide here. So for everybody who's supporting this also as a sponsor from a financial perspective, a very big thank you, and maybe also a big round of applause, because that's of course what's necessary to also have this event. As always, we want to keep the opening keynote rather quick and also interesting, exciting. So we want to do a quick recap on what happened since we have met and we hosted this conference, this gathering 1 year ago. And there were a lot of happenings. First of all, within our association. So we basically did foster, intensify our engagements with a lot of European institutions around digital money, around stablecoins, the digital euro, wholesale CBDC, tokenized deposits. For example, we hosted the Digital Euro Dialogue in Brussels in the Parliament. We really exchanged with a lot of different stakeholder groups, with members of the Parliament to bring in our perspective, to bring this forward, so that in the end we all have a European ecosystem emerging around digital money, which we also as the DIA has as some kind of a vision. So that was definitely a highlight for us since last conference, so in the mid of last year. We also established some internal working groups, so-called committees on CBDC and stablecoins. So our members will know that this is a good gathering to learn, to exchange, to also bring in perspectives that we then bring into the discussion with policymakers. So definitely very exciting developments that we appreciated a lot. That we become also more a platform for structured dialogue, which we want to become and are more and more becoming as an association. And we also provided way more strategic orientations. So members also know we do have a member brief where whenever there are exciting, interesting, relevant developments that maybe due to busyness not everybody gets, then we try to collect this information, put our comments around it, and also forward this. So this is just what has happened for us, and a very strategically important moment for us as well as the association. But it was also that we appointed Conrad Kraft actually as managing director. So I hope that Conrad is also here in the room. So that was really very much in the back. That this was very an exciting moment, and it's really a great pleasure, Conrad, to have you in this role with us, which is very, very important and necessary. So maybe you want to stand up quickly that everybody knows who you are. So that's this nice guy in the back. Since the last conference, we are also super pleased to have a lot of key members join that are also really shaping the discussions. And I just wanna name a few because we're really proud to have them as members. One is EuroV, so basically a company also at the forefront when it comes to digital money, digital euro, and related topics. We have joined Giesecke and Devrien, so G&D, Define, Deutsche Börse as a major infrastructure provider. Paynovus, also BitGo as one of the exchanges, more on the crypto stablecoin side of things, Intellect EU, and also today we are very happy to announce two more members which are also with us today and also here present with a lot of different teams. One is Senacor, so also driving a lot of projects, a lot of infrastructure when it comes to the digital euro, CBDCs, so payment systems in particular. And then also super happy to welcome the Ethereum Foundation as a member. So basically also, more and more ecosystem players from the more crypto perspectives, crypto side of things. And that's exactly what we want to host under the umbrella of the DEA, really this perspectives of a lot of different stakeholder groups of fintechs, of the permissionless world, but also, of course, of the traditional finance world to ultimately bring this space together. So very happy and welcome to all the new members of the association. Okay, and I will definitely stick to my promise that we will keep it short. So now we look into the market because that's also why you are here today, to learn what happened, where do we stand in the discussions. And basically what we have said last year, when we were standing here for the opening keynote, we said it will be the year of the decisions. So we said 2025, the year of the decisions. Turning to you, Anne-Sophie, did this really materialize? So was our expectation right?
Yeah, thank you, Jonas, and welcome everyone. I'm happy to see familiar faces as well and new actors in the ecosystem. So welcome to the conference. I'm happy to go into the discussion with you today. But just looking quickly backwards, we saw a lot of decisions last year. So firstly, the ECB announced a technical readiness phase for the digital retail euro, which means we are going from discussion and the rule book development into the implementation. We will see a pilot phase starting next year, and the application is now on for people and PSPs who want to participate in the pilot phase for the digital retail euro. That's very exciting because we will see that we will actually use the money that we were talking about all the time. So in case you want still to participate here, until the 14th of May, you can apply to be as a PSP participant for the digital retail euro. So 10 to 33 PSPs will be selected. And then in 2027, the pilot phase and the pilot development will start. On the same time, we see that the legal process is speeding up. We saw that lawmakers are kind of discussing quite a lot, and there's still some discussion going on, but we feel that they're coming to an agreement, and we hope that this year will be the year of the finalization of the legal framework for the digital euro. Besides, the providers for the digital euro infrastructure have been selected. And you will meet some of them today at the conference. I'm very happy to meet them as well here today and to have them here at the conference. Talking about infrastructure, we also saw wholesale settlement development speeding up a lot. So the ECB announced the dual-track approach last year with Pontes, and the pilot is already starting here this year. So the short-term solution of the ECB for wholesale settlements is starting in Q3 in 6 months almost. And here you can also participate and become one of the stakeholders using the Pontes pilot. I think that's very exciting, and that's pretty much coming fast now. At the same time, we have just recently seen the focus session on the APIA roadmap. And the APIA roadmap is the long-term solution for the wholesale settlements in Europe. It's creating a new financial infrastructure, and it's called long-term, but we will see it within the next 2 years. So we will see a new financial infrastructure for the European market, which will be built until by the end, let's say 2028. So I guess that's a very exciting news, and that's not the only financial infrastructure that is creating, right?
Yes, it's not just the public sector, but also the private sector. So when we look into other initiatives, there was just really a lot of happening this year. And if you zoom out, you always realize that this indeed was the case. So one example, a regulated layer 1 as an initiative has been launched and initiated by Swayed, which also aims to bring, to build one of the core infrastructure pieces, more from the private sector side. We did, of course, also see more and more news, positive developments in the stablecoin space. So we still know that euro stablecoins are, if you compare this to US dollar, yeah, there is still a long way to go, let's say. But we have seen very promising developments. As of today, we have 19 e-money tokens issued and also regulated, licensed out of Europe, which is, again, very positive from a lot of different jurisdictions here. We have also heard last year the launch of Gógl, who's actually also here, part of the conference, and speak later today, which is basically a consortium, a lot of different banks from more than 10 different European countries that want to, jointly as a consortium launch a euro stablecoin. We have also seen progress when it comes to AllUnity, one of the also like consortia on the stablecoin side. And of course, also when we look at Circle, there was also a very good increase in volume. So we do see there is more and more stuff happening. Again, I think for euro stablecoins, a lot of stuff still needs to happen, but it's very positive to see that how the space matures and also how discussions with policymakers on this topic are maturing. So that is also seen as a potential, as a lot of benefits then also euro stablecoins can bring for Europe, which I think in the past years often has been a little forgotten, at least from the public sector. So this is great to see that a lot of industry players come together, they build consortia, they want to build initiatives for the key market financial infrastructure, and also that we with the Digital Euro Association are somehow kind of in the middle of that, or at least try to be in the middle of that, for example, with this event today. So to really round this up, we think after last year, we said the year of the decision, we think this year will be the year of implementation. So a little bit more from discussion to, as Anne-Sophie said, technical readiness, use cases, adoption, the development of standards, which you all need to really drive, planning of rollouts, etc. And that's also exactly the direction of travel we are currently conducting with the conference today. So we really try to put a heavy focus on adoption, use cases, how we can make this ecosystem mature. So not from the discussion if all this stuff is happening, because we have heard now it is, really to the how and what is needed to make it ultimately a success, and that it also benefits Europe and also all the stakeholder groups that we have part of this. So this is what we will discuss today. I can really promise you a lot of insightful discussions, a lot of panels. Again, we have a lot of different stages if you want to check out later on the other stages as well. And otherwise, just enjoy the conference. And I hope you will like it, and wish you a great day for the conference.
Thank you.